Hello and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, coming to you with another episode of the Total Wine Box. We're getting closer and closer. I've been really trying to make this one really nice. I just got done fine sanding it, and I'll show you that. So let's get going. All right, so here we go. Had a little fun. Got it all fretted and sanded, as you can see. And I finally sanded, so you can see it's looking really nice. I'll go close on those. You can see. See, they're all smooth. Feels smooth to the touch, so you're not cutting your hands or anything. And let me show you a few of the tools I used. I finally got some double back tape, and I put this is 600 grit ceramic sandpaper, so I was able to level the frets like this, level them with that. So that's kind of a new addition. Look at, I only have Goodwill. I got the level for $5. And you saw this one. This is the one I beveled the edges. This bevels the edges down here like that. And the one I was looking for in the last show that I couldn't find, it was actually in my drawers right back there, but I found it later, was my crowning file. And you can see it's got like a ridge in there, and it's got two different sizes. And these go, I'm not gonna hit it under because I already polished. These go across the frets like that, and it doesn't. This is smooth, so it doesn't affect. It only hits the fret. It doesn't affect the fingerboard. The other thing I did too was, and I kind of showed you, I think, the last one, but these here need to be filed off. This part right in here. So I found this file that has smooth edges, and then the filing part there. So you put those on and kind of roll it over the top to get them all smooth. Well, I dressed all of those and got it all set. So the next step is we're gonna oil the neck up, or put my tongue oil on it. But before I do that, I want to get, and I can't remember if I tongue oiled it and then put the sticker on, but the water slide might freak out with oil on it. So I'm thinking I better put that on first, and then seal it with some lacquer, and then oil the neck. So this top part here, I'll put the decal on, finish it with some clear, tape it off, and then oil the rest of it. So that this doesn't get affected and it gets built up. Because what we're looking for is to get the neck like that. So let's do that next. I'll pull out the tuners. I'll get you a shot of the bench here, and I'll be right back. All right, here we are back. While I was setting other things up, I threw the slide in the water, and you already see it curling up. The decals are already kind of coming off. We'll slide that on and put it on here and position it. I kind of want to get it positioned in the same spot I do here, so it's kind of, the S is kind of like right in here on the steeper part. And then I'll get it fairly close to here, but I'll trim it after it dries up. So here's the decal, and this is how we do it. The decal already is completely off, as you can see. Gotta keep it in the water. And you got a little bit of time to work with it. Get the bubbles out. I think that looks good. I think you can see that. And get all the bubbles out. Yeah, I got it pretty close to the rating like that. So we'll let that dry. We'll let that dry and then we'll coat it. So that's how I get the decals on these things to make it look like this. So we're getting there. Let me show you the tuners real quick. I'm not going to install them until after the tongue wheel. So these guys will go in here. Those guys will go in there like that. So I got 3 of those. I got 2 more. When I bought these and made this one, I got 6 of them. They're inline, so they're all the same. And so that way I've got enough for this one. Now after this dries, I got that thing in there tight. After this dries, you can see it, that little piece right here. I don't know if you can see that. The little piece right here, I'll have to cut, and then I'll hit it with the, the lacquer. But it's drying up nice. I got it nice and smooth. So there we go. We got the decal on. The tuners will be going on it, and then I got to make this piece here. I'm still looking for the hunk of brass I had. This is the 0 fret. You can see it's much bigger than that one. But I have to get the 0 fret. And then I'm going to set this guy aside. And we're going to look at putting holes in our box. So let me set this aside to dry. And start looking at this box. I'll get it down here so you can see it. Get my fretting pliers away from it. So that's the inside. I'm thinking of some kind of I don't know, maybe like I gotta keep the total line going. Maybe like a triangle. Like a triangle here for a sound hole. And I can do that. Let me show you. Now this is a wide one. I thought I had a narrow one. I'm thinking about using my plunge saw. I don't think I can open. Sorry about that. So I'm thinking about, it might be a little bigger triangle, which wouldn't be bad. Let me cut this open. I'm trying my new little punch though, since I had such good luck sanding. I had this little piece of metal, here from my willing, only as a visual to see what a triangle will look like. But maybe I could go, I can go the width of, see the width of that, like this, and go zip. That's too close. Go zip. Zip. And maybe I better measure that. And make like a little triangle there. Which might look nice. Instead of just a round hole. So cutting it right here. Right here. Let me mark this with pencil. I had a pencil here somewhere. There it is. I don't want to cut into that. I can't see that. Let me get my little light on here. Oh, that's why the tip is broke. Got to get my real pencil from the railroad. So, if I cut this one, which would be right here, I'll mark the top of it. So right there, it'll come in right here. Right like that. Obviously I'll have to square that up. And then I can just do 2 bites. Boom, boom. Which might be kind of cool. Maybe I'll cut it out of a piece of paper so I can see visually how it'll be. So let me do that. I won't keep you on doing that. Okay, so here's what I kind of thought of to kind of make it like a design. Actually, my little cardboard pieces didn't come out square, but they would be a little wider, as you can see. It'd be that wide, that wide. I don't want to cut into that ring. Maybe I'll push it back to here. So, that wide, that wide. That wide, that wide. This would be even. So I'll have a line down the center of it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That's the way I'm going to cut it. Obviously, these weren't accurate because I was trying to cut them off of this part here. But so let's check back in with my decal. And as you can see, my decal is starting to stand up. So let me wet it with a little more water. I don't know why I did that. Oh, shoot. I knocked it right off. Dip it in some water again. I don't know what happened. It open. Dip it. These things are really fragile. I don't like to. I get more. The wood soaks up the water. Good thing I checked it. Might work better. The wood was dry, and it might have dried out the water quicker than it could stick. So we'll try that. It came right off of there. Press it down. See if that holds it, but I don't want to get that slide stuck on there like it wants to do. Kind of using this to so my fingers don't tear it. There we go. We'll see what that does. These decals are older, so it might not work, but we will, once I get it to work, we'll seal it with the clear. I think because I didn't have the wood wet first, the water soaked it up too quick, and then it didn't have time to dry before the plastic set up. So I wish there was something I could push on it so it wouldn't curl up, but we'll have to keep checking it. I know when you spray it with the lacquer, it freaks out too. So anyways, those are the things that happen when you're doing these things. Nothing's ever simple. So let me position you here so we can wrap this thing up for this week. All right, so that'll be it for this week. We got the box planned out for the holes. And maybe that'll work. I might have to make a better cardboard template and look at it first before I actually do it, and then draw it on there. Cut that out. I'm still, as you can see, I'm still kind of laying it out as the design. We did get the decal on there, but we did have a problem with it starting to curl up. So we'll see how that comes out. If it curls up again, hopefully it'll dry slower so that the ends don't start curling up, and then we'll get that spray. We'll tape it off so the top part will be sprayed with lacquer, so it'll be shinier. But then when we do the oil on the other side, it won't wreck my slide. So that should do it for this week. We're just taking our time on it, so I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my clay train video. You can see the railroad right behind me. Be sure you check that out. We're already starting to lay track quite a bit, and we're going to start gluing some of the scenery pieces down on the lower bed. and so we'll be doing that actually later today. So it all can post on the Clay Train post at noon on Saturday, and this one here posts at 11:30. So you can watch this and then watch the Clay Train. So I hope you have a good week. Enjoy the videos. Subscribe, like, tell your friends, even if they don't play an instrument. They might like to see how you can make your own homemade instruments, because they're real easy to play. And I'll drag mine out of here another time and show you how easy they are to play. And they're a lot of fun because it's only 3 strings. And you can even play them on 1 string, which is a diddly bow. I've made those, which is even easier. You just press your finger on 1 string. So have a good week. Remember, keep working hard. It keeps you alert and sharp, and it's good to have too many projects or too many hobbies. Like my wife always says, I have too many hobbies. So we will see you next week.